wanted to hop online today to say hi to you and see how you're all getting on, see how things are going for you during lockdown, and now things have started to ease a little and restrictions are lifting. How has your child or your children getting on if they've already returned to school? Now, I've been speaking to quite a few teenagers who are returning to secondary school, and some of them returning tomorrow. And actually, I just wanted to share with you some of the things that they are feeling right now. So a big word that came up with every student that I spoke to was fear. Now, this fear comes in many different forms. So one main fear that they've got is the fear of being told off for not completing their work or enough of their work during lockdown. That's a big fear that was universal with every student that I spoke to. And they're also connected to this fear, worried about being singled out in class because they haven't done their work, and feeling embarrassed and fearful that that might happen. They're also, this is quite an interesting one, I know many schools have said that they can return without wearing a uniform, which is a good thing for parents, although many students struggle with this. And quite a few students that I've spoken to are worried about being told off for wearing the wrong clothes. Maybe their clothes aren't suitable for school. So this has been something that has been associated with fear. Another big one as well, another big issue for these students returning to secondary school tomorrow is fear that they're going to do something wrong with the new processes and the new social distancing rules that are set in school. They're so used to their rules that they've got, they're just worried they're going to do something wrong and get into trouble. Now, another emotion that came up was sadness that they're not going to be sat with any of their friends in school, sad that they can't hug their friends or get close to their friends because obviously they've missed them and haven't seen them for ages. And the first thing really good friends want to do, maybe not so much the guys, but maybe, friends like to hug each other. It's a way of saying, hi, I've missed you. Some of the students I've spoken to are actually sad that they're having to return to school before September. And so that's something that they've associated with the emotion of feeling sad and sadness. Another word that came up, another big emotion, was anxiety or feeling anxious about the fact that they're behind with their schoolwork, and actually they were behind before lockdown, so they feel like they're just never going to catch up. Also feeling anxious about getting hungry at school and the canteen not being open and not having enough food to eat. And another one as well is not knowing where to go, and also not really understanding the new process, the new social distancing process, even though it may be explained, and feeling too scared to ask. And again, anxiety was a word that was associated with going back to school as well, how things will be. Will things be different? Well, obviously they will be different, and they know they'll be different, but how will the teachers be with them? Will they be different? So many things around the word anxiety. Now, many students did actually say that they were happy to return to school. They were happy that they would be seeing their friends, and some of them were happy that they'd be seeing some of their teachers as well, which is great. A lot of them actually, which was fantastic, were happy that they'll be getting some help with their schoolwork from their teachers. So that's a really positive thing as well. And many of the students I spoke to were happy that they were only going to be at school for a few hours on the days that they're returning, and also not every day of the week. And many of them were happy that they were going to school, happy that they would be doing something different, because of course from lockdown, for many of us, and for most of us in fact, apart from the times that restrictions have been lifted, or if you're a key worker, but for many of us every day has felt the same, and particularly for children and teenagers not at school. So many of them were actually happy to be returning to school and happy to be doing something different, almost like a reason to get up, a reason to get ready and to be organised, a purpose for the day. Now, I just really wanted to share these thoughts with you, and these thoughts and feelings and words from students that I've spoken to who are returning to secondary school tomorrow. Now, if your child or you have children returning to secondary school, I'm sure you may be aware of some of these, but I just wanted to hop online and share these with you. And of course, if you're watching this and you're a teacher, I'm sure in fact that you will be aware of these. But it's just, again, I wanted to highlight these because the way these students are feeling, what happens on the day and the days that they return to school, and how people react and respond will make a massive difference to their transition being a positive transition back to school. Thank you for watching. I hope these tips have helped. Take care.